and I'm back at you. This is gonna be a good one today, people. I'm telling you, this shit is crazy. This is probably way overdue. And if you don't know this guy who I'm about to present to you today, you're fucking sleeping. If you watch my nigga Blue Blood on YouTube, if you watch any of the fighting shit, it's about to. Hey, I love this brother, man. He's one of the most insightful, articulate, very smart, very, very, very smart. So a lot of people mistake his smarts for trolling. But he's not really trolling. He's just running circles around people. One of my favorite rappers. For those who know me, know that I tell everybody that he's probably the best rapper in Phoenix. And he doesn't even rap. He stopped rapping probably about 10 years ago. Something like that. Yeah, maybe 10 years ago. Yeah. I remember being in Famous Sam's. He was outside with, was that Rich Rico?
Rich Rico.
And he was like, this the artist I'm working with. I'm done. I was like, fuck, why are you done? You've been barbecuing niggas. He dropping mixtapes that was called The Barbecue, and he was barbecuing niggas. And he reinvented himself, became just one of the best individuals and hosts that we ever had coming out of the city as far as a personality to represent us. Then he reinvented himself again and put himself in a cyberspace. Then he reinvented himself again and started just bringing attention to himself. And then he hit us with his latest project, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more in the interview. But that being said, I want y'all to help me welcome to the FREEZTV family, my motherfucking nigga, Two-Tone the Superstar, man. What's up,
Appreciate
man?
you, brother. Appreciate you.
All love, King. Appreciate you for even coming in here and listening to me rant and warm it up, and you know, that's how I do. I like to.
That was a long rant.
Yeah, I like to blast them. I like to blast them. I like before we get the interview, I like to blast whoever it is that I'm gonna be interviewing, so they'll know that we just having a conversation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you usually watch podcasts or local shit, it's more so catered around trying to put an artist on, or listen to this nigga music, or watch this nigga video. But what I'm trying to do is bring something more to the person. You know what I'm saying? Because, excuse me, let's use AK for example.
Trap Money AK.
Trap Money AK.
Trap Money AK.
Trap Money AK is looked at one way for his rapping.
Right.
But if people watch the interview we did, they'll realize this is a very articulate man.
Levels.
This dude is
layers. A lot of layers to him.
And so this is something that I wanted to do, is bring it back in, and as I'm interviewing people, I'm like, these conversations is cool, all this shit is whatever, but I gotta get my nigga Tone in here, because I want to kind of set the precedence to where we could do these type of interviews not just once, but kind of how Vlad always brings certain people on all the time.
Right.
Because you're somebody who I value your outlook. I like the way you see life. I like the way you know, I like whichever pants leg you put on first. Whatever you're doing it the right way, because you seeing it from a, you know, some people like to put their left leg on first. You might put your right leg on first. Who knows? But whatever you doing, I like the way it's presented. Like, I like the whole thing, like I was saying earlier. So for the people out there who's like, fuck with me and watch my movement and see what I'm doing, let them know who you are, man, and what you doing.
Well, first, I'm not a street nigga. There's been a lot of street niggas that been in this motherfucking chair. So I'm even happy to be in this motherfucker.
Yeah,
you know
but okay, I wouldn't call you a street nigga.
Right.
But I would say that you have street ties.
Yes, I do have street ties.
Yeah, so because you're very like, I don't know if this is the right word to use, but you have a shield around you of street niggas who will jump in a nigga inbox real quick if somebody say something out of line. So
you, like, we've had a conversation earlier, like when we first met. No, it was a couple times we first met, and you was like, when you be yourself around people, the street niggas gonna fuck with you. They gonna fuck with you because you gonna be yourself, and that's me. I've always been around gangster niggas, R Mills, Double the Deal, Southside niggas. Nico G introduced me to you. and I felt comfortable in them spaces. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, okay, I can be myself. And I'm just a regular kid from Maryville, USA. You know what I'm saying? Maryville, USA, 75th Avenue in Thomas. I went to Trevor Brown. I started out rapping. My daddy was in this music business. Like, he had bands called As One. I was 7 years old at iRock Studio when iRock was fucking babysitting me. And who else? The rapper named Vontail.
Yeah.
CeCe Peniston is on my fucking couch, and my dad making her burritos and shit. So, like,
what was that like, just being a youngster?
It was crazy, like, because when I came here, because my mom had me and my brother in LA. So my dad came and got custody of me and my brother. So when he got custody, my dad was like a super like player ass nigga. Like, so when we first got to AZ, like, we got to his apartment, that was a player apartment, nigga. Like, the nigga had no beds for niggas. Nigga had the water bed with the mirror on the ceiling. I'm like, this nigga freaky.
Bob's a G. Yeah, Bob's a G.
So he said,
that's where you get that suaveness from. I be seeing them pictures and that shit. You be big boy fresh, fresh line up on, like no shirt on, like But go ahead though.
So he sent us back to LA. Then when we came back to AZ, he had us right. Niggas had Ninja Turtles, bunk beds, all kind of like shit like that.
He was ready.
He's
like, damn, I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, and then he was like, let's go to the studio. I'm like, studio? I never heard shit about music. So he took me to the studio. He got niggas in there singing, rapping. I'm like, what the fuck? So my entire childhood was me being in fucking studios. And then I remember one time I met Mercedes and Derek Ware at a Marky Mark and Funky Bunch show. I was backstage as my dad was opening up for them. And Marky Mark, which is Mark Wahlberg now, he was like, yo, Chubb Rock, come play football with us. I'm like 9 years old. I was like, oh shit. So I'm going out there playing football with Marky Mark and them.
That was crazy.
And it's crazy that I ended up working for Mercedes and them.
Mercedes won't never let me get on no show.
She won't?
Man, I think we
She need to come in here.
Yeah.
That interview would be fucking stupid.
I think it was the Rick Ross show or something, because we was doing everything. We was opening up for everybody. Like, I was like really on the run trying to do my thing. And I think it was the Rick Ross show or something, and my crew was just too geeked. It was one of them moments where they was just so happy to be in.
You did do the Rick Ross show.
Yeah.
I got you on tape doing that shit.
Yeah, my people was just so happy to be there. They start jumping over the thing and trying to get in, and she was like, he can't perform no more. And I'm like, damn, I didn't.
You know, and piece that up, man.
And it's been crazy because it's been a lot of events that have happened there, a lot of shows that I know that I could have got off and brought something to the table. But you know, it is, shout out Mercedes, because she do some dope shit.
Yes.
She's probably, her and Derek Ware is probably the, other than Kenny Pete, I was talking about him earlier. They're some of the biggest promoters to ever come here. People that you just, if you don't know them, you really don't know Arizona music scene. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, so
you said you ended up working for Mercedes.
Ended up working for Mercedes and them, but before that, I fell in love like with hip hop, like every other nigga do. Like, I was brought into hip hop. I didn't culture vulture. Like, I'm black, so I was brought up into hip hop. It wasn't like
literally born into
it. Like, some of these niggas is like, you know what I'm saying, respectfully, you know, our white counterparts.
Yeah.
You know, they're guests of the culture.
Yeah, but some of them born in it too.
Some
but
are
still
born in it. They still guests. They still gotta respect them. So us niggas started rapping. I fell in love with battle rapping. I used to go to Mill Avenue. That's when Mill Avenue was real.
Was lit.
Yes,
Tell some people a little bit about that, because when I speak on Mill, like some of the young, even my daughter, she be like, "Oh, we going on Mill." I'm like, you don't know Mill.
Yeah, because Mill Avenue used to be where you can go there on a Friday and it's like niggas just on the block, kind of like Paid in Full, like that scene where they in front of the chicken spot, where niggas out there in the cars and the mix. That's how Mill Avenue used to be. Niggas just used to go out there and just chill on the block. Jack in the Box is crazy. And then back then, niggas used to look for the raps.
Yeah.
Like, where's the cipher at?
Walk all the way up and down
like,
the street.
Who rapping?
Yeah.
Soon as the cipher come, everybody get in a circle. And that's where I like hone my skills of like, this is basically like joking, but I'm using this in rhyme form now.
Mm-hmm.
So I just start roasting niggas. Roasting. I remember I battled Poker Face out there. Who else I battled? A lot of these niggas I used to battle. A nigga named Rocky Tirade I battled out there. But that's where I like honed my skills, and that's how I kind of got my name out, like in the rap scene in the streets like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I met Stevie Thunder. And because I had a manager named Biz. You remember Biz?
A little bit.
Yeah,
a little
Biz.
bit.
Had a manager named Biz. And then Biz was like, "Yo, Stevie Thunder wants you to record the song." Was in South Side. And that time I didn't know nothing about South Phoenix at all. I was on just pure Maryville West Side. So when they had took me over there and y'all was in Wade house, I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "This a fucking trap house, nigga."
Shout out my nigga Wade. Shout out my nigga. Hey, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Not to tell my stories, but
Right.
it kind of parallels with what you're saying. There was a dude named LaShawn Smith.
LaShawn, genius.
Genius.
He was way ahead of his fucking time.
He was like so far ahead. And
Yeah.
LaShawn came to me one day, and LaShawn was like, "What y'all gonna do?" I'm like, "Shit, I don't know." But all of us was talented, and he was like looking at us like, "What the fuck y'all gonna do?" He was taking me around videotaping stuff. Like that's how Freeze TV started.
Right.
LaShawn, he was working for Bob Johnson at BET.
And this
He was
before
interning.
YouTube.
Yeah, this is way before
Right.
all
This
of that.
before YouTube.
Yeah, he had cards from when he was interning for BET. So we would go to CBNC, we would go to O'Malley's,
Mhm.
we would go to these clubs, and he would give them the card at the door and say that we was representing BET, and they would let us in
And let
with the
y'all in
camera,
and
with the
film.
lights, and
Oh,
film the
shit.
whole everything. And so that's how it all started. But then he was like, "You know, it's a store called Guitar Center, and they sell this thing called an inbox, the Inbox One." And he's like, "If y'all buy that, y'all just got to figure out how to use it." And Wade had the crib,
Right.
so Wade was like, we all pitched in. We got the Inbox. Stevie Thunder had a keyboard. Wade had a Triton.
It was making beats.
So we just hooked all that shit up,
Right.
boom, boom, and we couldn't figure out what we was doing. But Brick
Another genius.
Brick Top Rich, Brick was like, "I'm finna figure this shit out."
Right.
And he sat there and figured it out, and you was the first artist to come in there and just go stupid and
Right.
really like make us feel like everything that we was doing, like we was really on something.
Was correct, yeah.
And that's why I'm doing it today. Like I never stopped. Everybody else had detours and did whatever they did in their life. But I never stopped. I kept owning a studio since that moment. I wanted more studio equipment. I wanted more mics, more cameras.
You was
more...
building a studio at that
Yeah, I was building a studio.
Right, in your barbershop.
Yeah.
You was building
So
a studio.
I just wanted to be in that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of that came from you because you used to write your lyrics on the sidekick.
Yeah, you used to write them on the,
You know
write them
what
in
I'm
the
saying?
phone, write them in the sidekick.
But that's before people even,
Thought
you
about
know,
that.
like, yeah, that was far out. That was, you know. But go ahead. So I just wanted to interject that
Yeah.
in because that house right there, shout out Wade Dansby, man. That's where Freeze TV Volume 1 came from.
Okay.
That's where a lot Therapy Entertainment came from. It was Dig That Records at first
Dig
with
That, yeah,
Wade. It was
yeah.
just Dig That Therapy. Like it was like everything came out of that. When we was in high school, me and my dude Slim, Larry Betts, we used to go from Central High School. We used to drive over there on lunch break or ditch school and go to his house. And he would ditch coming from Mountain Point, and we would meet at his house and sit in his back garage and just smoke Philly blunts and just plan about being rappers and be, we gonna have a studio one day and we gonna. So it just, man, it was just amazing to see how it came. But so after you hit Wade House and you dropped that verse and you recorded a little bit with us,
Right.
what made you just start going crazy? Was it the whole New Day movement, or what were you doing that even?
Yeah, because like back then, like rappers today, rappers today they have access to like YouTube beats and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day, it was so crucial to find a nigga that can make beats for you. Crucial. And it was crucial to get studio time. Because before, like you said, you had the inbox. You bought that. That shit was, not everybody was buying their own home fucking studio equipment back then. Mm-hmm. So when I found Stevie, and then I found a studio plug. Cause our Mills started letting niggas record at the studio. That's when I was like, shit, I'm about to start rapping. Boom, boom. I was just killing it, rapping, dropping mixtapes. I had a mixtape called My Mama Biscuits.
Yeah, My Mama Biscuits. I like that one too.
I had one called Captain Crunch at Night. Fat Boy Fresh. I was just playing marketing, like being big. And during that time, they had a website called 602streets.com. Now, this is message board. This is before MySpace, before Twitter, before all that shit.
That was a dope site.
Yeah, 602streets.com.
That's how I found out about Mav.
Mav, yeah.
Keep going. He used to tear 602 Street.
Kill it.
I thought he owned that shit. He was on it so much.
I ended up battling him too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I roasted him.
You roasted him?
I might have ended his rap career. I might have ended your rap career, nigga. No,
hey, but what's crazy is a lot of these dudes out here you a roast.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. I try to stay like humble and relaxed, cause you know like a lot of the new rap, like some of these niggas got like bars like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the Rum Nitties, the Merkums, like.
No, Rum Nitty got the bag, bro. He won the money.
Yeah.
On the contest.
He's the GOAT. Right?
Shout out Rum Nitty.
He's really the GOAT.
He's really the like. It don't matter what nobody think of him. He's the best battle rapper in the world. He got your bag.
I try to tell niggas like right now. I be like, realistically, it's disrespectful when y'all mention Futuristic's name and you don't mention Rum Nitty's name.
You can't even. Okay, you
just can't, cause Rum Nitty, he has a picture with Drake. Like,
yeah, but not only that though. Rum Nitty won URL.
Facts.
He won it.
He won the shit.
And then after he won it, he gave half his money away.
Damn, I didn't know he gave half his bread.
Yeah, he gave half his money to the homie from LA. They had a deal that the nigga he battled. They had a deal. The nigga he battled in the championship. They had a deal that whoever win,
they splitting half.
We just gonna split the money.
Oh well, shit. That's like fantasy football.
And them niggas went hard on each other. They went hard on each other. I don't even know how they still friends. They cooked each other. But Rum Nitty, he won.
Yeah.
And so by him winning, it's just like the Super Bowl or the championship last year.
Yeah.
The Lakers was hurt. New Jersey was going through what they was going through. The Suns tricked the bag off. Milwaukee got the championship.
Facts.
They got the ring. They
the
defending champion.
He's the champion.
He's the champion.
And like, he should be celebrated
as such.
As running battle rap.
Yeah.
Like he not just Arizona battle rap.
No.
He runs battle rap.
But battle rap respects him.
Right. They do.
Arizona don't. And that's one thing that I learned in my journey to trying to become a rapper.
Right.
I could go to Atlanta and I could put out a flyer today. I'm gonna be in Atlanta this weekend. What's popping?
Right.
Somebody gonna jump in my inbox and give me $500 to come to a strip club or something. Right now. See? And I haven't done nothing in maybe 4 years.
See, that's
but in Phoenix, I'm like right here, and ain't nobody worried about me. When my video was on MTV, wasn't nobody booking me to go to Scott. Cooper Trees wasn't booking me. See? You know what I'm saying? Like Coop wasn't giving me no walkthrough.
Nigga could get a 2-for-1 from Coop. Coop could get niggas a 2-for-1.
Hey, Coop, my guy. Coop is my guy.
That's a real nigga, yeah.
Coop is who do my birthday parties. Yeah. He do everything for me.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that it's like that, and I think it's just a mentality that comes from here. Like we was speaking on earlier, just the people here are not really seeing greatness. You know, like we so disconnected from greatness that it's like greatness is almost like it's a dream here. You know, everybody's dreaming to be great.
Right.
Where you can go to some other places where you can walk by the greatness every day.
Right.
You can drive by the greatness every day.
Right.
Like here, if I want to see greatness, I gotta do like a 45-minute ride.
God damn.
You know, like there's not too much greatness around where I'm at. It's just shacks and palm trees. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then we get used to seeing shacks and palm trees. So it's hard.
Get stuck in that mode.
Yeah. And then it's hard to compare Rum Nitty. Who am I comparing to?
Right.
Like who? Who do you compare Rum Nitty to?
Out here?
Out here. Who? Nobody.
Yeah.
He's the fucking anomaly. Champion.
He's the champion. But I will say this about Rum Nitty, just to be objective.
Yeah.
Because I fuck with Rum Nitty. I mean, I think if Rum Nitty marketed himself the same way that Merkums does, Rum Nitty would be way out of here.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because
no, that's fair, but also Merkham's has a different personality.
Two different
type of people.
Right.
Merkham's is a you know, I interviewed him before, and he uses my studio. Right. This is one of his home places where he likes to record. Okay. And when he comes through the door, it's big bro, hey,
personality,
you know, like he might be in here, he might have a girl braiding his hair or something. He's on that. Right. Where Rum Nitty, he kind of his name Rum Nitty. Right. You know, he got it out the grit. He get it out the so it ain't really no. So it's kind of like, in my own personal opinion, Rum Nitty is gonna be who Rum Nitty is supposed to be, and Merkham's is gonna be who Merkham's is supposed to be. Right. And I think they can both be great without me comparing them.
Right. I don't compare them.
Yeah. Like,
I just want Rum Nitty to be great, even though I know he doesn't have that personality.
But I don't think his greatness comes in that shine. He's not. I don't think he gets his greatness in that light. Okay. You know, Murder Mook, he doesn't get his greatness from over there. Light.
You're right.
Big L never got his greatness over here. Right. You know, there's a lot of people who have real bars who are never going to get their greatness over here. Right. But these guys who get this shine over here, only a few of them can actually even match up with these brothers with bars.
True.
So it's kind of like, you know, it's like Razzcast. He's your rapper's favorite rapper. Right. But he's not the fans' favorite rapper.
The fans' favorite rapper.
Yeah.
I think Rum Nitty has that quality because to be able to have greatness at both spots.
You think so?
Even if he doesn't have it, like maybe his management or representation needs to be, because
trying to at least put something together.
Because you gotta think, when you had saw me at Famous Sam's, I had Rich Rico out there. Mm-hmm. Rich Rico wasn't known out here. He wasn't shit. Right. He was just a Mexican rapper from Mexico that was spitting that border music. That was a former Paisa. That was like, I just want to tell my fucking story from this perspective. Mm-hmm. I marketed him to be up there where he's getting shows and he's getting booked in clubs. That's just from the marketing aspect. Right. Of tweeting every motherfucking day. Check out this.
But it's not just that though.
What you think?
He had the fat boy swag.
He did. He had the look. Yeah, like, he had that fucking look.
You know, he's he's our very own. What's your boy, Big Pun or Fat Joe? He was seeing him was refreshing for me. Right. I damn near miss him. He got married and just retired. Like,
he coming back.
We need him around Arizona. Right. For Arizona to get his due diligence and get his due research and people really, you know, diving into what Arizona has. We gotta start showing him. And not just him as the person, but other people who are in that lane. That's because true. Around the country, they perceive Arizona as that.
They do.
They don't look at Arizona as a De La Prime, even though De La Prime is my favorite rapper at this time. Right. Even though there's nobody who can go do a show and fuck it up like De La Prime right now. He's number one to me. Right now, in 2021, if I'm doing a show, I'm booking De La Prime.
Now,
he coming to tear some shit up.
Are you saying like the people he bring, or like stage presence? Like what do you think?
A little bit of both. Okay. He brings a crowd.
He does bring a crowd. I'm not gonna knock his business acumen at all.
But on the stage, he acts a fucking fool. I love it.
Stage presence is crazy.
And he comes here and records too. Okay. And one day he just, hey big bro, come to the show. I'm performing over here. So I'm like, all right, bet. We sitting here getting high. I'm like, but look, little homie finna rap. Let's go watch a little homie rap. Right. So we go, and when first we coming in, we went to some club downtown. We had to go through the back alley to get in. Like he's performing at spots that I've never heard of.
Yeah, like
and I've been here my whole life. Like
DMX. Remember that Get At Me Dog
exactly.
video? Shit like that. Yeah.
Excuse me. So I get in there. And I didn't want to go to the front because it looked like it was too much going on. So let me just stand back and let me watch what's about to happen. And I don't think I've ever, other than probably Kanye.
Okay.
I went to the Kanye Life of Pablo in Atlanta.
Is that the shit where
when he was on the floating over
the shit? Okay.
And it was moving. And me and my wife had bought 4 tickets for that show for just me and her. So 2 tickets for us to stand in the pit and 2 tickets for us to have a seat, and we didn't want to stand up no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just crazy. It was crazy.
Damn.
We bought 4. That's crazy. We bought 4 tickets.
That's a humble brag.
Yeah.
Humble bragging.
We did that though. Like, that's a fact. And that concert, I feel like I had some type of experience. You know, there was no speakers in the building. Like Kanye, the way he did that, they had put the speakers under the seats a certain way and had them hidden to where, you know how you go to a concert, you know, like, there's the stage.
Right.
Let's all look. There was no stage. There was no speakers.
It was just
an open floor. And he was floating above it. He never came off the platform till it was over.
That's fucking crazy.
Like, we never knew where the music was coming from.
Genius.
We never knew. So at that moment, I promise, I had a weird experience. You know, music stimulates different things, and I had some form of something happen to me at that moment.
Right.
And I'm saying that to say, when I watched De La Preme perform in this fucking alley that time, I damn near had like
that same
feeling like that. Like, this little boy is amazing.
Right. Yeah.
Like the words, it touched me some. So now I might be biased. Now every time I see him perform, I might give him a little bit more props than he probably deserved, because I had that connection with his performance at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Preem, as far as like performing, like I always say, performing is just important as you going into that booth fucking recording. Your stage show has to mirror that. And Preem, he never cheats his audience or his fans at a live show. Yeah, he never gonna cheat. He's gonna say, I'm gonna fucking take my shirt off, I'm gonna start fucking sweating, I'm gonna swing these fucking dreads. You gonna get the price of admission. Like, a lot of artists, they don't want to give you that price of admission. A lot of artists can, because they don't have it in them.
Yeah, they be too fly.
Right,
you know?
I
paid $1,000 from the pens. I paid, you know, I ain't trying to get too wrinkled.
Right.
Because they have a misconception of what they trying to do.
Right.
And I think De La Preme is right on. His thumb is on the pulse, just like a Deli every day. It's a few of them that I could name that I think they kind of got their thumb on the pulse of their crowd.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now it's just about making it bigger. But this interview isn't about them. It's about you. Okay. So let's get back to where we was at.
Okay. So Wade's house. I started rhyming. Had this website 602streets.com. I saw a prior interview you had with my brother Willie Norfolk, and there was a key part that Willie Norfolk left out of that interview. When he met Hot Rod, Willie Norfolk made that song called "The Garbage Disposal."
Right.
He just dissed every fucking body, which is fucking fire. That's fire.
That's one of my favorite records ever to come out.
Yeah, just cook niggas. When I say that respectfully, I know the old niggas. Yeah, he just cooked niggas.
Yeah, he cooked everybody.
But I was the first nigga to put that online. The first. And that was when I put it online, Hot Rod was like, oh, who is this nigga? So then Hot Rod was trying to get, I guess back then you could say clout, because Hot Rod was trying to get known. He dissed Willie. Then Willie called the nigga on the phone, cussed the nigga out, I'm beat your ass, Broadway this, blah, they ski, kind of spooked Hot Rod, and somehow they became friends. But I was like the first, like for Willie, I was like, niggas hated me for how hard I went for Willie. They was like, oh, you on that nigga's dick, you on doing that. But I was like, no, this nigga just dropped the garbage disposal.
And he hard.
He just
I
cooked
know
niggas.
you respect bars, so.
Right, yeah. So that happened. I was still rapping, and then Rich Rico came over to my house, and he was like, look, I want to rap, I want to do this. I was like, fuck it. You're Mexican. You had told me Arizona's a Mexican Atlanta. I was like, this is your fucking market. Let's do it. I'll push you. So I went hard and pushed Rich Rico hard. And I was like, how can I get Rich Rico to music played in the clubs? So I went to Plus Game, Shannon. I said, let me host your club just so my artists can perform. She's like, all right, I'll let you host. So a lot of promoters, they fight over the first person that booked me. Shannon from Plus Game was the first person to book Two Tone Superstar.
Shout out Shannon. Shout out Shannon.
She was the first one.
She getting ready to get married. Yeah. Congratulations, Shannon.
She was the first one to book me. So paid me like $40, whatever. But Rich Rico got to perform. And then at that time, Twitter started its uprising.
You was hot on Twitter. You was like, you're Black Twitter in Phoenix.
Right.
You're the godfather of Black Twitter in Phoenix. When I didn't even know what Twitter was, I couldn't understand it. You was on Twitter posting, doing, sharing, moving. Like, you are the god. No one else out here can take credit for being the godfather of like social media, just the internet.
Yeah, the internet. I was on message boards first. Like, then MySpace, and then Twitter. So on Twitter, it was just a place where you could just type your thoughts and you can say, like, Shaq would be like, this when Shaq was on the Phoenix Suns, and Shaq would be like, yo, come find me, I'm in Scottsdale Fashion, and niggas would go to Scottsdale Fashion. So I'm like, so you just tell people what you're doing? I was like, all right. So I would just tweet, but I would tweet my opinions on things, like, oh, I don't like this rapper. Then people start retweeting it. And I'd be like, oh, I don't like this. And then that's when the trolling aspect came from. So it was like, oh, you trolling. I was like, no, I'm not trolling. Like, I really feel this way. Like, these, like, I really feel these thoughts.
Yeah,
like,
I really think you're an asshole.
Yeah, like, I feel like, I think, like, you trash or whatever. And, Diego, which is from 100 Hustles.
Oh, man. Diego.
Diego, which is from
Shout out Diego. Wherever he just
disappeared. He was selling Drake slots. That was the last time. Niggas, okay. I can't believe rappers was buying those Drake slots. Like, you can't open up for Drake. Like,
yeah, that's not happening.
I don't know, but that's another story. That's another story. But Diego, he was like, yo, I like the way you tweeting, you promoting. He was like, yo, come host Ocean 7. I was like, oh shit, all right. And I walked in the club, and that was the first time a nigga, before I even touched the mic, the nigga Diego just cashed me out. Like, boom, boom, here. I was like, oh, shit. So, at that time, I was like, I've never made no money from my raps. None. All the years I was rapping, no money. The first time that I started hosting, I'm getting paid just off of fucking tweets. I was like, it's a rap. So, VIP, Corey, they start booking me. Dave Chambers, HYB, they start booking me. Dewey Boys start coming up, they start booking me. Mercedes, Derek Ware. At first Derek Ware didn't fuck with me like that. Cause that's my nigga. He's a funny nigga, but he was like he's really hard on niggas.
They real professional.
Real professional. And it got so bad that when I was working with Diego, like, we was killing the clubs every Friday and Saturday, that the Doobie Boys created a duplicate of me, another host, to try to do what I do. But he failed or whatever. But then Urban AZ was like, yo, come host the concerts. And then when I started hosting the concerts, that's when it was just like a wrap. Because that's when I got to interact with road managers, road managers, stage managers. I found out the way how you supposed to perform, how you supposed to do a sound check, like just so many knowledge, how to book an artist, contracts, and like Urban AZ and Mercedes, they just gave me like so much knowledge in that game. And I eventually quit hosting because I had my son. When I had my son, I was like, I don't want to be on social media, and then I got a pink rhino flyer with some ass on it, and then the next picture's my fucking son, like a toddler, and I was like, I just need to get away from the game.
You was going hard on that.
It was dark. I was drinking every night, nigga. Like,
but what I'm saying is, on the daddy part,
right.
When you said I'm about to be a daddy, it was like, cause I already had a bunch of kids, and I wasn't being a daddy at the time. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I was being a street nigga.
Right.
And I started seeing people like you and other people in my life still hosting and doing what y'all was doing, but focusing more on being a daddy.
Right.
And so a lot of that is what made me like, hey, bro, get it together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know that had to be a transition for you. And if you can, speak to that a little bit, because a lot of these brothers who are trying to make the ascension to where they're trying to get to is having babies.
Right.
And a lot of times that either motivates you to go harder, gets you focused, knocks you off of focus, or make you quit. You know what I mean? So kind of like speak to that a little bit. And was you having a son more of a motivation for you, or was it more of a reflection? What did you go through during that period?
Like that was the first time, like when I had my son, that was the first time that I experienced true love.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought, like, you know, being with different women, you think like that's love, I love you. But when my son was born and I seen him in the flesh and I got to hold him, I'm like, damn, this is true love. Because he loves me regardless if I'm two-tone a superstar or not. He don't give a fuck about none of that, just like your kids.
Right.
They don't give a fuck about this FREEZ TV shit. They care about you as a daddy. So I was like, that just touching him gave me an extra motivation. I was like, okay, I need to get right. I need to stop being in these clubs. I need to stop drinking all this damn alcohol.
Turn it up, pop
right.
a bottle.
I need to get healthy. That's when I had lost like 120
You lost
pounds.
a lot of weight.
Lost a lot of weight. Nigga, I just removed myself from that entire life because
you changed your whole swagger.
Yeah, cause like
reinvention.
You like you was a professional rapper, professional recording artist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like being on the road, like that shit ain't easy. Like a lot of these niggas think that shit's easy. That shit's a dark lifestyle.
Right.
You coming off a show, it's 3 a.m. You want to eat fucking Jack in the Box. You gotta wake up. You get 2 hours of sleep. You're going on to the next city.
You're not even getting no sleep sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes you just leaving and going to the next city.
Right. And like I was
eating out the quick trip.
Yeah.
Taquitos.
The taquitos. I was hosting like 4 nights a week, nigga, and I was like alcohol, just reckless. I was like, I need to quit that shit. So when I had my son, I quit drinking. I said I'm gonna be a full-time fucking dad, full-time dad. I was doing the family man thing. Definitely made my motivation go harder. But after he was like, 4 or 5, Instagram started cracking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always wanted to do a podcast because I had a podcast called iTone Radio that I was doing on my phone. I just recorded in my voice note to my iPhone. Mm-hmm. And I got my first interviews with Machine Gun Kelly. It's out there in the cloud somewhere. And I was like, I want to be on the fucking radio. First, I want to be on the radio. But we had this conversation with Daniel, rest in peace. I didn't take the proper steps to be a radio nigga.
We ain't got to that part of the interview. We were skipping parts.
Okay.
You skipping parts.
Okay.
Or we could fast forward. So, Instagram comes out. And now you going stupid on Instagram.
Right.
You building a buzz.
I'm building a
buzz. You going crazy.
Building a buzz.
And then the opportunity comes for you to go on the radio.
Right.
Or what else happened in between there?
Then I started focusing more on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And then Facebook started blowing up.
Okay.
So for years on Facebook, you can find posts of me saying, I want to be on the radio. I want to do a podcast, but I never fucking did it.
I remember I hashtag when it was a campaign that started, like, get Tone on the radio or something.
Yeah.
I put the hashtag out and put something out. Like, I was going with the people, like, hey, let's get him on there. Fuck it. Like, they want you on there. I want him on there too. Like, because we still need you on there.
Right.
Like, right now.
Facts.
No shot at
I need to be on there.
Last night last night I just happened to get in the car when Poker Face Show was coming on. Like, I got in the car and it was like his show was coming on.
Right.
And I like that. He's playing Desert Baby and different records. Like, it's cool.
Right.
But that's not it.
Right.
On another station we need two-tone.
Right.
Or if that's on Sunday nights or on Thursday nights, we need two-tone.
Right. You need
You know, we need some balance.
A personality.
Not just a personality. Not just a personality. Because we have a lot of characters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you grow up as a kid, Kanye said this. I don't know why this dude Kanye is just.
You saw that interview?
Yeah, that interview was amazing.
Fire.
But
fire.
That's what I want to do. I want to do a review show with you.
Okay.
About that.
About that?
Yeah.
Like a recap breakdown?
A recap breakdown about that.
Yeah.
And I also want to do a recap breakdown about a couple other things. I don't want to just spill it, but it's a couple other things that's out there that are trending, that people are like the Astro World, this situation. Like I see it from a different perspective, like not from the perspective of the artist or the fan, but from the business and the insurance and the, you know, like I want to break all of these things down, but I want to go over it because you know how to take this footage and you can break it down and we can discuss it on your platform and we can kind of like it's just, you got that shit. I watched your show the other day. You said my fans got me the rolling board. My fans shout out. You know, you said I don't have fans.
I got
my supporters.
Right.
You don't have fans. You have supporters. But I don't even know how I just got off a track. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, we talking about the radio. And that you need to be on the radio. So, in between, after Facebook and you trying to figure it out, is that when you ended up on the radio?
So Justice from RTU, he had made a post or a movement that said something about power doesn't care about Arizona hip hop. And then he had started a movement.
He put billboards out and everything.
All that. He was going crazy. And the rappers was like, they was fucking with it. Like a lot of local rappers was like fucking with it. And Mad Rich, DJ Mad Rich, legendary DJ out here, he had hit me and was like, yo, do you want to do Ground Zero? I was like, oh shit. I was like, me? On Ground Zero?
I'm on my way.
I'm like, it's a rap, let's do it. And a lot of people thought that, well, I mean, in hindsight, it could be, they thought that Power was trying to do damage control by saying, let us get two-tone, since he's kind of like a personality, a polarizing figure to kind of offset what Justice was doing.
Yeah.
That could be true. But I was like, fuck it.
Whatever.
I'll do
opportunity.
You
got some film. You got some tape.
Right. So
let's get you a job.
It was Jules, Radio Jules, who's now in Miami. Oh Jesus, I believe he's still there, and me and Mad Rich. And I can tell you, like, I did not expect that. Like, I thought radio was like easy, but I didn't expect it to be like that. Like, as far as the timing, the commercials, the structure, you can't say this, you can't say that. So when I got to Ground Zero, the first thing I did was want street niggas to come up there, like, off bat. I was trying to get Young Face up there, Desert Baby came up there. I was like, I want to get the voiceless niggas that's never been on this platform to come up here.
Yeah, give them the platform.
Right, because like I said, I'm not a street nigga, but I've always been around street niggas.
Always had
and
ties.
I love that, like, people, like, over the rapidy rap shit, I'm gonna go with a street nigga first. Even though I love rapidy rap, but I just like I want to believe he raps.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy that you say that, because I got some artists who record in my studio.
Yeah.
Who I think are the best rappers in the world.
Right.
Like, for real. I think they the best rappers in the world. But I don't believe they raps.
Right.
And when I see them, I'm like, bro, your songs don't match you.
Right.
So you need to sell them songs or something. But go ahead.
Right.
So you're at the radio and you're giving opportunities.
So I'm at the radio, giving opportunities, doing our things. We had like a New Year's Eve party there, which was cracking. And I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. We on FREEZTV. Like, at that time, I didn't fully maximize my opportunity. And I think, because I never wanted to be the nigga that be like, I'm just happy to be here.
Ooh, that's deep. That's deep. Before we move forward, speak on the importance of maximizing on your opportunities. It don't have to be radio.
Right.
It could be football or basketball. It could be anything.
If they let you in that motherfucking door,
whoever they is,
you have to say, nigga, I'm willing If you ain't got a car, I'm gonna walk to this motherfucker. I'm gonna sleep on this fucking couch, like you said, homeboy at the studio.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sleep on this motherfucking couch. I'm gonna learn everybody's name in the building. I'm just gonna try to maximize this entire effort. I'm gonna fucking learn. Just don't be happy to be there. Cause a lot of niggas, they just like, oh well shit, I'm just happy to be here. It's like, say you wanna open up for Mozzie, whatever. If you just open up for Mozzie, you're not maximizing your opportunity. You're just happy to be there. Now you need, okay, where my merch booth at? Where's my chicks that's gonna get the email addresses? Where is selling CDs? You know what I'm saying? People just get a $1,500, $2,000 to perform. That's it. The crowd, because the crowd didn't come there to see you. They came to see Mozzie. So make sure that they come to see you. So when I was at the radio, it was just like, oh nigga, I'm in the radio, I'm on power, I'm Snapchatting. Instead of me learning the program director, like, I need to talk to this nigga. Because I'm the best personality here, period. I have the most talent here. I need to, yo, can I get a job here? Can I work overnights? Can I do this? Can I do that? And
can I take the trash out?
Take the trash out. Even OG's, I'm not gonna lie. Me and OG's from Part 98 was to get into it. He would say, come up here sometimes and learn the board. Come up here sometimes. And I'll procrastinate. Oh no, I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna overstep my boundary.
But you should have been right there.
What he was saying was, come up here and maximize your fucking opportunity. Because you good at this shit. When OG's, I believe OG's was getting tired of going up there Sunday nights. He was getting tired of it. We had got Marlon Taylor on too. And one night, OG's couldn't be there. So it was just me and Marlon. And that was probably the greatest Power 98 episode ever, nigga.
Marlon is
that shit was ghetto. Nigga.
Marlon is dope though.
He's me and that nigga together at that show
in 5 years. Marlon gonna be somewhere.
Oh yeah,
out of here. He's dope.
He's in Atlanta.
Yeah, he's dope. Shout out Marlon, man.
Shout out Marlon Taylor. So they got in trouble for that episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was me and Marlon.
It was just too ghetto.
We was slandering Lizzo. We was like, Lizzo, why she shaking her ass at the game? She looking crazy. Like it was just all nigga shit up there. Mm-hmm. And the next week, me and Marlon got fired.
Hey, who the hell had them niggas on the mic? What the fuck? Get them niggas out of here.
Yeah, so.
Man, so it was like.
It did.
Man, how did that feel?
It felt crazy. I was kind of upset. I was upset about it.
Was you upset or did you feel like. Was you upset at them or were you more upset at yourself?
I was upset at myself because I didn't learn that fucking board. Mm-hmm. Like people want to watch this and they're going to be saying, learn the board. Like I didn't learn the fucking board.
Yeah.
That was my
shit, Kanye
my
said he don't teach people how to dress.
Right.
You don't teach them how to be a personality. Quit hating on me not learning the board. Fuck that board.
That's what I said. I was like, man, fuck that board. I was like, man, fuck all that shit. And Nico G, my best friend, you know Nico.
Yeah, shout out Nico.
And Nico was like, you know what?
Nico, my first artist.
Right. I remember.
Yeah, Nico, my first artist.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah.
And Nico, I like him because he never, right or wrong, he's never going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah, he don't care.
He's
going to tell you how he feels. He doesn't care.
Bro, you should have
learned the board. Yeah.
He was like, you fucked up, bro. You should have learned that fucking board.
I
fumbled.
But it's all good. You got some game tape though.
Right. I got some game tape.
So now it should just be about getting with your management, putting together a good sizzle reel, and attacking. You know, like, cause I really think you should be on radio.
Right.
Shout out Thurman Stewart. If you watching this, Thurman, it's time for you to start your radio station back up. Right?
Yeah.
Used to be a black-owned station here when I was a kid growing up. BEA, Thurman Stewart, and a few of his friends, they together, a group of guys, the sophisticated gents and these guys, they had a radio station out here. You know what I'm saying? And it was refreshing.
Was it Magic?
No, it wasn't even. It was. Man, I don't even want to misquote it. He know what it is. It was on an AM station, but now they got a FM signal.
Okay.
It's more shit going on, so he's planning on bringing it back. But he has food trucks and other businesses. Congratulations on all your success, but he needs a radio station.
Yes. I want to be on radio.
And yeah, like let's we could start a campaign here to get our own radio station. Because I know Thurman got a frequency, and that's why I'm speaking on this, on the tape. You know what I mean? So everybody could see this, and maybe we can encourage him and give him the support he needs to give us a black radio station.
Right. It's needed.
You know what I'm saying? Like we the 5th largest city. We the number one. Me and Wax was in here talking the other night. Wax was like, bro, we used to be the number one city in the country.
Facts.
Now we the number one city in the world.
Facts.
Everybody coming here, bro. We need a radio station. We need representation. We need something to project. And you're one of the people that I love to listen to. Like, I would wake up every morning to hear your radio show. No disrespect to the lady who on Power 98 now, but when I be taking my kids to school in the morning, I don't want to hear motherfuckers calling, ask who cheating on cheating and this. I might want to hear that shit. Like, for real, you teaching my kids about cheating and all that shit in the morning on them. Like, why is that the focus of the morning show is cheating? Every morning. Like every morning, you just got.
This needs our stories.
Yeah,
and our representation on it.
Come on, man. So at least give me a option.
Right.
And I just feel like we don't have any other options. Right. So any other people out there who watching this, who feel the same way that we feel, tag Thurman Stewart on Facebook and tell him we need a radio station, a black-owned radio station, and he's the man that can make it happen for us. He already did it before, and he can make it happen for us again. You know what I mean?
That's what we need.
So, but I think he needs the support. We got to get behind it. And you're the face. You're somebody who can be a face. I'm sure Rhymes' job won't have a problem coming to help us lay out a program.
Yeah, salute Rhymes' job.
He knows how to put together the whole program. He can help us do this shit. Like, we can really do this if we come together.
That's what
you know what I'm saying?
We
can really do this.
We need that.
But, so you get fired from the radio station.
Right, fired from the radio station.
And you like, fuck, I slipped. I dropped the ball.
Fuck.
Now, what's the next play?
So, Marlon had set up an interview with the Beat blogger. So we were supposed to go on there together and tell our story of what happened. So I go down there, this nigga Marlon sleeping. So it's just me up there. Poker Face is like, you sure you want to do it? And then Marvel was like, you want to do it? And I was like, man, fuck it, I'll do it. So I go up there, and I just told what happened. And then Power, they just like, oh, fuck that. They wasn't like, fuck that, but they was like, okay, we not fucking with Tone right now. It's like, alright, cool. So I don't have a show, and I'm like, man, you know what? I'm about to do this fucking podcast. The pandemic hit. I was like, fuck it. I got my phone, didn't have no lighting. I was in a room, you see in the background, you see my fucking girl's shoes on the fucking closet and shit. And I just start fucking talking. Just talking. And then me and Nico, we actually did we started doing a couple like pilot episodes of like a podcast. But I didn't like it because Nico's a highly educated person. Highly educated, very smooth. And I was trying to mirror him. And I'm like, that's not me.
You need to just be
I need to be me. I need to be wild, tone. So I was like, okay, Nico, I'm gonna try to do this just in front of the camera just so I can talk. So those episodes that I did in that room, that's where I found my voice. I found like, okay, I need to be able to voice inflect here or say this, or people like when I say this, or branding, like keep saying the same thing over and over and over. So people's like, oh, we now plugged into the Hatrix. Like if I was performing live, I could stop and the crowd be like, the Hatrix or the Cash App is open and respectfully and shit like that. And then I've told my fans, I was like, my supporters, I was like, man, I need this Rodecaster Pro. These niggas start giving me money.
Bro, that works.
I was like, dang, y'all want to see me win.
No, that works. You don't know how many people really support you.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Bro, I went on a rant yesterday. I went on a rant. So I said on the phone, I said, how long have I been talking to y'all? It's been a long time.
Right.
And they was like, oh, it's been 2 hours and 20 minutes. 2 hours. I said, God damn. Hey, pass the plate. Yeah. My Cash App is boom, 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 right? So I'm clowning. I was just clowning.
Right.
Hit the Cash App. Right. Boom, 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 boom. Man, y'all tripping. If y'all in church and he talk for 2-3 hours, he gonna pass the plate. Pass the plate, like boom, hit the cash app. Bro, they start hitting the cash app.
Yes. Support.
You don't know who's out there wanting to see you win, bro. So thank you to everybody out there who sent me $5, $10,
Yes.
$20, $50. Everybody who sent me something, thank
Cash
you.
app him now on this show because he's giving y'all real street interviews. Like this the first of its kind, like in Phoenix right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you already had this brand, so when you re-emerged the brand, I was like, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a wrap.
Well, no, we need this because just me being a fan of Arizona hip hop,
right.
living in Atlanta, watching back here, it wasn't projecting the way I feel I wanted my city to project.
Because you know you have the ability to talk to people in this chair to get stories out of them. You're kind of like Noriega, Fat Joe, because Charlemagne's not getting that out of Kanye.
Yeah.
Noriega's an official nigga.
Yeah.
Fat Joe's an official nigga, so they feel comfortable. Like when you was interviewed D2K, Dutta, and like all those is like polarizing interviews and like the PBR interview, like just to judge.
PBR with the dropping neck. Boy, I got phone calls. Some of the OGs
from the PBR interview.
Boy, they called me. They was like, "Hey man, I ain't tripping on that interview and all that shit, but bleep my name out of it." So if you saw the interview first, it was raw. But if you watch it now, it's like,
I
I
got that
don't want
too.
no problems.
Right.
You feel me? I don't want no problems. But we need that though.
Right.
Because I want to project. I want the people to see Phoenix for how I see it.
Right.
So many people come to Phoenix and they tell the story of Phoenix that's not the Phoenix that I live.
Exactly.
It's not the Phoenix that I
They don't know this side.
Yeah. So I think this is our family.
Right.
You know, and in this FREEZTV umbrella, this little microcosm that I live in, I represent the NFT of the two-tone. I represent the NFT of the Certified Savage show. I represent the NFT of the TJ Super Hype show. Like I represent them people who I think give us a real quality look.
Right.
Not just the people who just projecting because they see podcasting is cool and they can go to Guitar Center and buy a podcast in a box and they can go home, put a tarp up behind them and they yada da da.
Right.
That's cool. But that doesn't project what I want to see. And you're one of the people that I want to see a lot more of. Like I was telling, I don't know who I was talking to. I talk to so many people, but I was telling somebody that, it was when I was on my live and I was talking about Rockadopolis.
Okay.
Rockadopolis is one of the people that I want my kids to bump into in the street and know.
Right.
You know? Yeah, I want my kids to see him and be like, "Hey, how you doing, Mr. Johns?" And know that he comes from a family, a dope family. His dad is a basketball champion, an NBA player. His brother is a minister.
Right.
He's a entrepreneur. Like I want my kids to know this.
To know that history.
I want my kids to see these black men in the street and know this. I want my kids to see Tone and know that's the voice of the black people here on black media. He's giving us a voice.
Right.
That's who on the radio giving us a voice.
Right.
Like I want like J times 3. Shout out J times 3.
Yes, he didn't get enough flowers when he was here.
Because he didn't connect with us. He was here, and I respect what he did here.
When he wasn't recording or off the mic, he was a real nigga. Like J Times 3.
No, he's a real nigga.
Yeah, but
he didn't connect with us.
You're right. His
radio
personality
didn't connect with us.
Right,
with the street.
With the street aspect, right.
You know what I mean? Like when the mic turned off, he might have connected with the street.
Right.
But on the mic, he didn't connect with the street. Right. You gotta I missed the lady, the Mexican girl from back in the day who used to do the late night shit.
The Mamacita?
Yeah, I miss her. The late night Mamacita.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bring her back.
Bring her back.
Bring back.
You still request songs?
Oh no, man. I don't even know, man. To tell you the truth, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't even listen to the radio. I'm plugging my phone in and I'm straight Apple Music. You know what I'm saying?
YouTube Music,
and it's crazy because it's not even banging. It don't even hit the way, CDs and just, that's what I was gonna say. And I'm gonna get back on track. But listening to Poker Face's show the other night,
Okay.
it was refreshing. And it made me want to hear more.
Right.
Like I wanted to wake up in the morning and hear
him talk.
Hear him
Right.
some more on the radio,
Right.
or hear a tone, or hear somebody else, just something other than what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? So that's like one thing that really like it just kind of like boils inside of me, because I know that it's so easy for us to create this platform if we come together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we really have to put focus on. Now, getting back to the Hatrix, and I watched the pilot you did with Nico, and I think they're good. I think you and Nico should do a sports show.
We should do, yeah.
A sports show.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just sports.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you guys, it did take you out of your element.
Right.
But it challenged you to be great.
It did challenge me.
You know what I mean?
Right. Talking to him.
Yeah,
it
made
right.
it was an interesting conversation. You guys, and being friends, it's a good dialect. It's a good, it's a good dialogue, I should say. It's a good interaction. But
and I tried it with Rich Rico, but me and Rich Rico had the same personality.
Yeah,
so it's just too much.
Yeah, we watching Jesus and Murray.
Right. It was too much.
No, you and Nico should do a sports show.
Yeah.
Focus on sports, light up sports. Nico is real analytical, very smart.
Right.
You guys can have a dope sports show. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what it's about right now, as far as creating content.
Different shows. Different
that's why I
like
have the show where we shooting pool.
Yeah.
That one is pioneering the Southwest.
Oh.
This one is the compound with FREEZ.
Oh,
Since so many people like to come kick it at the compound with FREEZ, let's make a show called the compound with FREEZ.
Right.
So this is sitting in my compound.
Right.
You know, we've been here for 12 years. We bought this property a long time ago.
You own it.
Yeah, we bought
Ownership.
we bought this property a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we restructured it, and we built the studio and did different shit in here, whatever. And we've been here for a lot of years. So this is the compound. This is boom. But this is a different show from Pioneering the Southwest, but they still based on the same premise. It just gives them a different
It's
look.
just more content.
Yeah,
Right.
just more content.
Right.
And now we trying to do another show, which would be like the review show, which I was telling you I want to do reviews with you.
Yes.
Because the thing, and I don't want to do the Vlad and the say cheese and all of that, where they taking interviews and chopping them up into 7-10 minute clips and then keeping them
Put them out.
But that's how you keep people engaged daily. That's how
Right.
you keep daily watchers. I don't want daily watchers just fragmented.
Right.
I want to give you daily content,
Daily
full
content.
shows.
Right.
You know what I mean? Full 30 minutes every day,
Right.
but something different. Whether if it's me shooting pool, me sitting here,
Right.
me getting high, whatever we doing,
Right.
we want to give people more content. We have to give them more so they can see it's way more in Phoenix than just whatever they're seeing.
And that's
You know
what I
I'm
was doing with the Hatrix at first. I was like, okay, I'm on Twitter, a story pops up, boom, I'm gonna record something real quick.
saying?
Boom, boom, boom. So I was, like, when I first started doing the Hatrix, I was recording at like 4 videos a day, even if it was 3 minutes, 4 minutes, just
You should be
putting
dropping
them on
4
Instagram.
You should. Jordan Tower. You familiar with Jordan Tower?
Yeah,
You could do that.
right.
He drops 4 to 5 videos a day,
Right.
about 6-7 minute videos,
Just talking about
just
that
talking about
topic.
the news, what
Right.
happened today.
Right,
But you could do that.
right.
You're articulate enough. You can put stories together, and you put with your feet. You're very witty.
Right.
You have, slick words.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you could be done put some shit together, and you're good with the headers, the clickbait.
The clickbait, yeah,
you're good with that.
Yeah.
You can, you could probably watch all my videos and rewrite the captions and get
yeah,
way more
yeah,
views. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And these are the things that I want to deal with at the next Freeze and Friends music conference.
Okay.
So I'll be reaching out to you because if you're free, I'd like for you to come. And that's something that people need to know.
That
Because-
conference is gonna be the most important thing in this city for these artists.
Mhm.
Like right now, like the timing, like they need that now because there's so many young artists that they just don't know the education.
Right.
Like these 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds. There's one 18-year-old from Tucson by the name of Baby Jace. Just incredible. Like probably one of the best rappers out here, but nobody like knows. So I reviewed his album. I got him nominated for the AZNT. Like, I just want him to win because I'm like, if I like your music, I want to fuck with it. I want to push it. I want to just get it out there to people. Get it cracking.
Because you're one of the biggest critics. You'll tell somebody quit their music is trash. For real, but they don't know that you really a rapper.
Right.
That's why I was saying in my last interview when I was talking to Network, I was telling him, like, a lot of people take Two-Tone, they got him fucked up.
Right.
Because they looking at him through the wrong lenses. They looking at him through shades, but they need bifocals.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you looking wrong. Right. You know what I mean? And if you look right, you can see that really, he's really trying to help you be better.
Right.
He's giving you the blueprint to step your game up.
Yeah, anytime I criticize or be objective, like, I just want y'all niggas to be great, man. I want niggas to flourish, like, marketing wise. Like, I don't know if you're like this, but I just can't listen to music now and just enjoy it. And like, when I listen to it now, it's like, oh damn, how come they didn't do this, or what's gonna be the next single, or what's gonna, like, I just can't enjoy music. I can't remember the last album I was like, I'm about to just enjoy this shit.
That's why I don't make music no more. Because I'm that way with my own music.
Yeah, you just can't enjoy it no more. Everything is, okay, I need to market it this way, I need to do this, or do this. Like, even futuristic, like, I believe people don't give him his flowers because he's not like a street nigga.
You think so?
Yeah, because a lot of street niggas don't fuck with him for some reason. Like,
that's because he don't connect with us. You don't have to be a street nigga to come connect with the streets.
But what, like, I was like, has anybody even reached out, or you think he
why
should
do we gotta reach out to him?
See, that's what I'm saying.
Like, why should anybody call him?
Right.
You bang Phoenix.
That's true.
The Suns don't just reach out to one demographic.
Like, you're right. There's a disconnect.
The disconnect comes from the top, which is him, and whoever his management is.
Right.
They're doing a great job.
Yes.
They're doing a great job. But if they're trying to get the people, they have to get the people.
Right.
I don't know maybe they need to go talk to Tone and figure out, hey Tone, what can we do to get to the people? Because right now it's 5.5 million people here. Right. So you could be here and you can be successful.
Right.
And no one even knows you.
Don't know you at all.
Because it's so fucking big.
Right.
So it's like as a kid when they say that if a tree falls in the forest and no one is there to see it fall.
Did it fall?
Did it make a sound?
Right.
Did it whatever?
Did it
like, yeah.
Like,
who knows?
Like, rest in peace, Trap House. Nike, rest in peace.
He connected to the streets.
He understands
exactly the corporate world.
He understood. Okay, I'm gonna throw a fucking backpack drive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get kids in my community backpacks. He even tried to do the gun shit before, put the guns down. Trap was heavy in the community, and the New Times recognized the nigga.
Man, Viacom, big corporations. Right. He was in 83C at the whole big shit. He's a Miracle something, whatever. Them dudes was real dapper. They had on tuxedos and everything.
All that shit.
But so I just think that's really futuristic thing is just really like, and I don't want to say this and sound fucked up, but you gotta go fuck with some real niggas, man. You know, and every artist, every major artist, every Soldier Boy, all these niggas, Chris Brown, all these niggas.
Fuck with
you have to go fuck with some real niggas, man.
You do.
If you don't go pull up in the hood and at least put somebody on the payroll, pull up in the hood and find somebody. Hey, who the OG around here?
Right.
Hey man, from now on, I just want everybody around here hanging up my posters and wearing my t-shirts. Here go the shirts, here go the posters, here go $2. Is that hard? Like,
that's true.
But as long as you waiting on us to just jump on your bandwagon, cause what for?
Nobody's.
It doesn't benefit. Me. It's not gonna pay my light bill.
Right.
It's not gonna feed my kids. We eating noodles.
Right.
We hungry over here. It's not finna feed me because I'm sharing your shit.
That's true.
Like, it don't trickle down to me. That's why they fuck with Freeze TV, because I'll pull up and give you some turkeys.
Facts.
I'll pull up and give you some toys.
Right.
You can live in my apartments. There's people who done got their kids back living in my apartments. I done wrote shit up for niggas to leave the state on probation and all types of shit.
That's real nigga shit, man.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to connect with these people.
You do.
If you don't fuck with the people, why should they fuck with you?
Right.
If you want to campaign, what do you have to do? Knock on their doors.
Knock on their fucking doors.
Go campaign, nigga. Run a campaign. Until then, quit complaining about not getting votes.
That's true.
Run a campaign, nigga.
I just you know that show on Netflix, Rhythm and Flow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cardi,
Great
T.I.,
show.
great show. There was a Phoenix artist on there by the name of Ali
Mm-hmm.
Dominic. And one of the things was he had to make a video to go back and present.
Mm-hmm.
And he came to AZ to do the video. And like the song came out, respectfully came out trash.
The video was trash. The song was trash.
And I'm like, why wouldn't you like, okay, I'm coming back to the city. I got Netflix with me. Why can't I call who the best nigga that can write me a hook? Who can I get the best director? Let me tap in with some street.
What do you
niggas.
mean? In his mind, he thought he was the best. He made
Well,
his
why would
way
you-
to there.
Why ain't
None
niggas
of you
thinking
niggas-
like that?
Because none of you niggas helped me get here.
Damn. See?
That's what in his mind.
Okay.
In his mind.
Right.
None of you niggas helped me get here. I'm better than y'all. I'm on Netflix.
Right.
This is how he's looking at it.
Right.
Y'all wish y'all was here.
Damn.
Rather than how can I make this, back to what you said,
Right.
being on a radio station.
Right.
You was so happy to be there,
Just happy to fucking be there.
you didn't do what it took to maximize off your opportunity. Same thing little bro did. He sat in there with his little brother and his dad. We watched that shit. That wasn't a good look for us.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't a
That was
good look
disgusting.
for us.
That
And
was disgusting.
he had like a release party or something and invited all them people down here, and it was like,
And like,
you know, but
that's,
it go,
that's what Phoenix is missing like that.
No, it's not missing. It's here.
It's here.
But if you don't connect with it, it don't matter. They gonna keep cheering for these other niggas. It don't matter. So now we have to sit around and watch other people come here and pack the stadiums with the same people who would come see you if you just connected with them.
Like, you was in Atlanta, right? Like, say an East Coast nigga came to Atlanta. Like, what's like?
That's not fair though.
But I'm saying, when
But
you
that's
come to
not
Atlanta,
fair. But
the nigga got
Atlanta's
tap in with Lil Baby.
Yeah,
he
but
got-
that's not fair.
okay.
That people always use Atlanta as the
So that's an outlier. Like, that's a
like. Yeah, you can't. How can you use Atlanta as the gauge when they have 4 black universities downtown?
Right.
Tyler Perry has a studio there. The Patchworks is there. Stankonia is there. All it's there.
Well, shit, LA. You can't say LA. Nigga.
Nah, well, you can't use LA. We can't compare it to LA because them niggas can drive down the street and go submit a demo.
Well, let's say Detroit.
We can't say Detroit because that's Motown.
No, on the hip hop side.
No, that's Motown, bruh.
I'm trying to say.
If you
when
want to compare Arizona,
Okay.
Phoenix. If you want to compare Phoenix,
Right.
you got to talk about Omaha, Nebraska. You got to talk about like, name another predominantly white Caucasian
But
city.
I'm saying if Soulja Boy, I saw Soulja Boy come to Arizona and collect a bag. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But how can you just can't go to a city and be like, I'm not gonna fuck with the FREEZ TV.
Yes, you can.
This official nigga in this city.
No, but you can because our city isn't based on fucking with people. Our city is based on fucking with corporations. So, for example, in our city, we buy everything from a corporation.
Right.
Here, you can have anything here that we don't go in the store and buy is considered bootleg. You clown every day. You chopping people's heads off. every day. Like today in Levine,
Right? Levine,
them is $500,000 houses.
Big ass fucking houses. I'm hating. I wasn't fucking.
Them is $500,000 houses, bro. The cheapest house over there right now is like $325,000.
Yeah, you're right.
And you're like, today in Levine.
It'll be so fun.
I'm like, wow, he's murdering these people who paying $2,500 mortgages.
Yeah, it's true.
Damn. Like, these people got...
Let me start hating on Levine.
But
man.
but that's what it is, bro. Like, if you go to LA, you go to Atlanta, you go to these places, people support people. We shop they buy from people. They walking down the street seeing people with tables selling stuff.
Right.
And they're buying stuff from people.
Different.
It's a different diaspora. Because people are dealing with people. Here, we walk in the door immediately. Like, let me tell you a funny story. First time I went out of the country, I went to St. Lucia. And I'm sitting on the beach and I'm watching white people just sit in the water for 5-6 hours. Like me and my wife, we have a cabana, a whole little joint we laid out on the beach. We sipping, we looking at the Caribbean Sea. And I'm watching white people never leave. Like, we're going to use the bathroom, we're going to get food. They're never leaving the water. They got like chairs sitting in the ocean and they're like pissing in the water or whatever. And they have these waiters and people coming to them, bringing them drinks, bringing them their food, and they're just like, they're loving it, right? So later that night, I pulled we had a butler. So we had 2 butlers. You have the butler during the day, and then you have the butler at night. Because I had
so you had a butler on a private beach?
Yeah, I had
a butler. Okay.
Hey, just
he's humble bragging right. He had a butler on a private beach.
Just for like sake of keeping it humble.
Okay.
Whenever you go to these countries, the currency exchange is so different that I advise anyone that when they go to these smaller countries, not to go to the westernized part of the island. Find you some local people. Connect. Find you a villa. You like Airbnb. Okay. You could rent somebody's whole villa, and you can have a chef, a driver. You can have a driver, a chef. I have a personal roller. I get this nigga $20 every day.
Damn,
like
personal roller.
He just roll the joints all day. Just keep the joints coming. Like whenever it get low, like boom, just keep the joints coming. But so being on the island is cool. But anyway, so I'm there and I'm with the older guy and we riding later that night. He taking me around the island. I'm in the back with my wife. We smoking. We just chilling. And dude say, it was a good day today. How you enjoy your day? And I'm like, I didn't have a good day today. And he was like, why not? I was like, cause I didn't like seeing black people waiting on white people like that all day. And these white people is from like Alabama, Arkansas, Mississippi. These is white people who don't fuck with black people.
At all.
And
niggas just serving them.
All day. It's a nigga with a guitar, playing the drums, the thing in his... The thing, he got on cymbals, he got on everything. He got on the... I'm like, you niggas is showing out for these people.
Right.
This is how I'm looking at it.
Okay.
And it's fucking with me. And the dude tell me, he says, don't bring your American thinking to the island, boy.
Ooh, don't bring that shit over here.
We don't think like that. The hotel you're at, the villa, black man owned.
Oh, shit.
The car you're in right now, boy, black man owned. The boat you ride around in, black man owned. Black men make 12,000 US every day. Dancing and acting a fool.
Yeah.
To you, not to us. He said they don't export nothing. When they got their independence, they made a deal with England that they wouldn't fuck with the volcanoes and sell the sulfur. So they have no exports. So the only thing they can export is tourism.
That's their money.
That's their money. So they're waiting on them ships to pull in every day. Come on. We want them ships. 8, 9 ships pulling in, 2,500 people getting off these ships, 3,000 people getting off these ships, flooding into their city, spending American currency. Some of these people got 10 times the amount of money that we have here, and we look at them like they live in the worst conditions.
Right.
No, they live in corruption. Their government is corrupt.
Government is fucking corrupt.
That don't mean the people ain't rich.
Right.
And I think that's what we do coming from Arizona. When we leave Arizona and we go to these places like Atlanta, we bring the mentality of living out here, living under to them places. Them places don't live under the oppression of Sheriff Arpaio for the last 30 years. Them places don't have tent cities. Them places didn't just build a $250 million prison around the corner on Lower Buckeye and 27th Avenue.
Right.
Them places don't have that. Them places is closing the prisons, letting people out.
Out. Damn, you're right. You're right. It's a different hustle.
Man, it's a totally different hustle. Like, so you have people dealing with people. When I watch the news here, it makes me scared.
What?
Because there's always a boogeyman out here. There's always a serial rapist, a killer.
Right.
It's always some weird shit going on out here. Which we never even know it. We never see this person. It's never real. It's never... And it's just all of a sudden they taking somebody to jail. We found them.
Giving them the perp walk.
Yeah, like... But it keeps us on edge.
Right.
And in my opinion, I think that's because all these old people here retiring. So they keep these people on fear, stay in their house, pay their taxes, pay their mortgage, pay their light bill, pay their water bill, die, pay for dying, pay for getting buried, give some money to your kids, put it back into the economy. It's a cycle.
Cycle. So you think that mentality of, like just the example of Ali, of not coming back and reaching out, that's Arizona shit? Like that's just...
Bruh, I don't... It's fucked up. Because I got friends who, from here,
right,
who got drafted and got 10 million, 20 million.
right.
It's people from here who really went out and did some shit. But they not coming back here. And the ones who do come back here, they not helping. Because if you're the only person doing it, you're the target. It's like when I'm in Atlanta, I could rent a Lambo truck and ride all week and ain't nobody worried about me. Cause I'ma see 4, 5, 6, 7 other of them. If I pull up in a Lambo truck out here, I'm going to jail.
They like, what
the fuck going on?
What's going on here?
That's why I said I'm buying one. I'm getting a Lambo truck. I'm not playing.
God damn.
I'm gonna get a Lambo truck, highlighter orange, black 4Gs with a highlighter orange F's on it. And I'm still keeping my Daytona. I'm not getting rid of that either. I'm keeping that too. But I'm just saying, because the people here need to see this. I'm not doing it to false.
Success stories.
Yeah, we don't. Only success story we have of black people out here is a handful of them. I can name them all. Clovis Campbell family with the Arizona informant. Your boy Derek Ware, Urban AZ. Motherfucking the Hendrix with the recycling company.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Lolo's Chicken and Waffles. And he come through his grandmother, Miss White's. And I know it's a couple other ones out there that I can't come with off the top of my tongue.
So
and that's it.
Like New York, like the New York nigga would say, we be in the neighborhood and everybody coming through in Benzes and links and chains.
They are.
So they see that success from.
Yeah, we don't see it.
We don't have. Dang, that's crazy.
Like you were saying earlier, how Mill used to be.
Right.
I'm from a neighborhood out here called the Vistas.
Yes, Vistas. Yeah.
And when I was a kid, in front of my house was so lit that they tore my house down and made it a park. And my house was lit before I even moved in this house. This house was lit when we moved in. Like, we're coming with the trucks moving in, and my mom blowing the horn, telling niggas, get out the way. Like, the house, that corner was already lit. So, as a kid growing up in the early 80s, in front of my house was that paid in full.
Oh,
with you know,
Chain,
that yeah,
gear,
like that's what I saw.
Okay.
Like looking straight out of my front door, I'm looking at the Muhammads. You got Khalif, Saeed, you know, you got Hamza. These brothers is like, this is Thurman Stewart I was talking about earlier.
Right.
This is who I watched growing up. You look that way, you got the Shivers and the Wares. These is the richest. These is, you know, this is some of, you got Dwayne Bowser, who, you know, this is Full Life Records. These is, all of this is like right in front of my house every day. Benzes and matching Cadillacs and you know, like every day. Minister Farrakhan, it was nothing to walk outside and see Farrakhan pulling up to go holler at the minister Joel that lived across the street. Like this is what I grew up seeing. So to me, I was always in the window. I would open my window and put the speaker in the window.
So do you think you seeing that molded your hustle?
Of course it did, because I really grew up in what they call the glory years of Black Phoenix. You know what I mean? Like I really saw OK's Fish and Chips owned by a black man, that whole corner. I really saw Speedy T's owned by a black man, Speedy Stock. I really saw this. I really saw the ice cream truck that came through my neighborhood was Mr. Johnson, a black man.
Right.
You know, when I went to school at Greenfield and Kennedy, all my teachers was white, Hispanic, but the majority were black. Like every grade that I was in, I had at least 1 or 2 black teachers. You know, I grew up in that time period of Phoenix when they talk about the glory years, when Kim Hunter was doing the city streets, and you got Desert West dancing, going against Eastlake and all
PC
of these different
party.
You know what I mean? Like I grew up in that with Queen Yanaja Hobbs. Salute her with what she's doing right now. But Queen Yanaja Hobbs doing everything that she was doing around, like we grew up in that. So by me growing up in that and watching people like Kenny P, who I was talking about earlier, watching Kenny P bring NWA here. I told a story the other day on my live where I was sitting in Coco's one morning with my mom. She used to take us to go eat breakfast and go to, my mom used to take us to business meetings with her. Okay. So a lot of this shit that I be on come from my mom. And my grandfather my grandfather owned an exterminating business. Okay. So my whole life, since I was born, I would go weekends with my grandpa, and you know, we might go to Keys Market, 24th Street and Broadway. When that was Rainbow Market, you know, I would be in there with my grandpa pumping the thing while he's spraying the roach spray and helping him mix it. So I was a little shorty learning how to run a business back then. But my mom used to take us to college with her and let us sit in class. Like if I was sick and I would have to stay home from school, my mom would take me to school with her and make me take notes.
So
you know what I mean?
Getting that education aspect of it.
Yeah, I'm like 9, 10 years old sitting in a college class learning about English comp and learning about all this different shit. As a kid, she would make us like do this. She have staff meetings. She would take us to her staff meetings but have us sit at the table over there and pay attention. You know what I mean? So I give my mom a big salute for a lot of the things that she did. But one day we was at her staff meeting and Kenny P walked in with the Ghetto Boys. So I'm like maybe 9, 10 years old, and I meet Willie D, Bushwick Bill, Scarface. Like they was having a concert at the Coliseum. Kenny P was coming in just getting them breakfast. Like it was just, he's the promoter, he's bringing his art, and we're just in there, and we took pictures and met them all, and I don't know what it was, but at them moments like that is when I knew, like bruh, like Phoenix is really like way better than what people think Phoenix is. Right. And maybe I'm one of the people who gonna show them. Right. Because it's not too many people who really, like I've lived through all of these transitions. I'll be 44 in December. So I've lived through all of these phases, from talent shows and break dancing and singing, goddamn Troop and all of them, Earth Angel and all that. Government. Yeah, I went Ghetto Government. Yeah. I went through all of these different. I've seen everything. Like I've witnessed it all from the beginning to where we at today. You know what I'm saying? Like for good or for bad, like I can see it. And I think that getting back on track to what we was talking about, that's the main reason why we're not really getting what we really need.
Because we don't deal with people.
Because we don't deal with people, we deal with corporations.
That's crazy.
And so a soldier boy can go sign, he can get the big deal, be all on TV, big chains, big whatever, and come here and everybody's gonna flock and give them what they need. But you got the same dude around the corner who got better music, better stage presence, better whatever, but you're not going to fuck with him. It's the same thing. He's bootleg. Soldier Boy's name brand.
Damn.
So that's why the majority of people here want record deals. So everybody here want a deal. If somebody just get an email from a record company, they gonna post it on their page. They gonna be
got this and that. Yeah.
Because they want the validation of being corporate instead of the validation of being independent or doing it yourself. The grind, the hard work of ownership, something tangible to give to my kids. My kids gonna have ownership of my music, my DVDs, my content for 75 years after I die. I'm gonna leave my kids with thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of content.
That's NFT right there.
You know what I mean? Like, and just understanding monetization.
Right.
YouTube ain't going nowhere no time soon. You know, YouTube is about to expand and go to another level. In a minute, how they have you paying for YouTube premium subscriptions.
Right.
Like, I think I paid $14.99 a month or something.
Me too.
Like, because I don't want no commercials. I don't want no, I'm just...
Play.
Yeah. And it's going to just evolve and get better. And as it gets better, it's going to start just dropping out the shit that ain't copywritten, the shit that ain't licensed, that isn't published, that's not uploaded right.
Right.
It's finna start falling off. And they gonna separate, because they gotta pay. No matter who put the video up, if people watch it, they gotta pay.
That's true.
So why do we keep giving bootleg people money? Is how they're looking. Back to what we were saying.
Right. Why we giving bootleg people money?
And that's how people looks at it. And so here in Phoenix, it's just crazy, man. And so anybody who, you know, it goes back to the C Thugs, to the Willies, everybody who got a deal. It was like a major announcement. It was big, like boom, boom, this person, and we put an expectation on that person that was unrealistic.
Yeah. Because even me, I was like, dang, Willie was the only artist from the West Coast that was really signed before Nipsey. Like, I was like, Willie should have cultivated all those relationships.
He should have.
Yeah.
He didn't. He'll tell you himself.
He didn't maximize.
He didn't maximize on his opportunity.
I'm like, you was
I think that's the foundation of this interview.
Right. Maximize your opportunity.
Yeah, and creating new opportunities.
Right.
Creating new opportunities and taking full advantage of them.
Right.
You know.
And that's what I did with the podcast, because with the Hatrix, I was like, let me cover Arizona the way TMZ would cover the world. And then I started covering Arizona like somebody, what was my first? It was this guy named Joseph Bills, rapper out here, great rapper.
He's coming here tomorrow, I think.
He's coming up here,
Yeah, got Bills?
Yeah. Joseph Bills, great rapper. He Network asked him to do his charity show, barbecue. And Joseph Bill was like, I charge $200. And then Network was like, well, these for some kids. So I covered that story. In hindsight, his price is his price. Like, nigga ain't got to do shit he don't want to do.
Yeah.
So that story blew up. And then there was another story with AZMT, and then the Dirk Fest. Remember the Dirk Fest out here? When they was running over, that was kind of like the Travis Scott shit.
Same
but it
shit.
didn't get no fucking coverage.
Right.
It was
about 8 people didn't die.
You're right. They was running over niggas, doing all that shit, and I start talking to the Alley Spoon girl and the rest of the girls. I got them on the live, and that shit just blew up. So they was like, oh, he's the new TMZ and stuff like that. I was like, I'm really a hip hop nigga, but I know how to talk into that space and ask regular questions. So people called me a hater anyway, so I was like, let me embrace it and step into the Hatrix. But the Hatrix is like stepping out of hate and asking real questions, getting real down into it.
That's dope, man. Like how you just took the misconception
and
use it as fuel. to give them the conception.
Yeah, because every interview I try to end it with love. I try to, if niggas is beefing, I try to piece it up. I interview Trap Money AK. That nigga's just, he's like, that nigga's unfiltered. But I was trying to bring it back into a place like, well, maybe since you and Homeboy, like y'all two bosses in the city, the kids would love to see you and Des and Baby do a song together, or you and Young Face, or you and Dutta and all them, cause y'all like the four-headed monsters right now. But that's my main platform, is to cover hip hop and just to give somebody some funny shit, just so they can go about their day and laugh and shit like that.
So what can the people expect from you, like in the future? You just Hatrixed out right now? You going hard on the Hatrix, or is there some other things you got cooking that's on the grip?
I want to focus more on my bar breakdowns, because I get songs that I like and I just break it down bar for bar, and I just tell the audience like, this is what he meant by him saying this. And I tell them my experience of it. On TikTok, you don't think you follow me on TikTok?
I don't even have a TikTok.
You don't have TikTok?
Yeah.
I'm all boxing on TikTok, and that's really my most successful platform, because I'm not a boxer. I've just been a fan of boxing, and I post these 1-minute videos, and all these boxing fans fucking love me now.
I saw you gave a shout out to Canelo.
Yeah, I did that for TikTok.
Yeah.
And they just went, oh shit, he official now. This nigga's in front of thousands. Shout out Canelo. Now, hopefully Canelo will see that shit one day. But
how you feel about that Wilder trilogy? Wilder and the Gypsy King.
That was probably the greatest. That was one of the greatest fights I've ever seen.
It's like the dopest trilogy I've ever seen since I've been alive.
Yes. Frazier Ali. I was old enough to see that. But that trilogy and how Wilder dropped him after getting dropped and getting up, like, you can't question Wilder's heart. Like, he's not a bitch ass nigga, because he was dead in that fight, and he stood there and he told his trainer, "Don't stop the fight. I want to die on my shield." And that's what that white boy did.
Yeah.
It's not the nigga. Not the nigga.
Killed him on his shield.
Killed him.
What about? Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple more boxing questions. How do you feel about Rolly getting pulled out of the Gervonta Davis fight?
I mean, he got pulled out due to allegations.
But I'm just saying, there's been other allegations and they still fought.
They still fought. But Showtime is like, you know what? We not even going to fuck with this. Because
they don't
at that point, it's Rolly, but Showtime is like, we're not going to put you on our platform to co-sign whatever they may be saying.
Yeah.
Because even Gervonta Davis got allegations. I mean, we saw him on camera drag his girl out the thing. But Gervonta, he's a cash cow. You know what I'm saying? I don't think. I think Gervonta needs to leave Mayweather though.
You think so?
Yeah. Legacy wise, money wise, Mayweather's gonna have him fight the lesser competition.
Why does he only fight Mexicans?
Well, black people and Mexicans make the best fights, marketing wise. They sell the most tickets. Like, it's rare you want to see two black people fight. It's rare. It just doesn't make any sense. Like Mayweather, once Mayweather fought De La Hoya, he was like, man, fuck that. I'm fighting on Cinco de Mayo, and I have to fight a Mexican or a fucking Puerto Rican. Marketing wise, they buy the most fucking tickets. Look at Canelo. Canelo, he just fought that white boy. He made $40 million that fight. White boy made 10. Like, he's getting into Mayweather money now. You know what I'm saying? If him and Mayweather fought, that's like a $900 million fight.
That's crazy. You think Mayweather gonna fight De La Hoya? De La Hoya offered him like what, 40, 50 million or something like that.
See, the thing about Floyd is he just don't like want to take a risk. So if Floyd think there's an idea of him losing, he won't do it. He won't do it.
That's crazy.
But yeah, TikTok, I just need to find a way to monetize it. Because I'm getting thousands and thousands of views. I ask rappers like, yo, if y'all want to put y'all music on the background, because anytime I post a video, that shit just blows the fuck up. Like, the fighter Montana Love, he was on the undercard of the Jake Paul fight. I got an interview with that nigga. A couple Mexicans I got interviews with, they don't speak English, so I got no translator, no shit like that.
Hey, y'all might want to get with him on that, because You know, if your music is playing underneath his clips, if his clips is getting thousands of views, so would your song.
Yeah, it's gonna have your song right there.
Ding, message. Right. Ding, you should be in his inbox right now. You should be telling your girlfriend, hey baby, get in his inbox and see how much he charged to put this song under his next TikTok. You feel me? Fuck with it. But so before we get off of that, I want to ask you another sports question.
Okay.
Who you going for in this NBA season this year?
Warriors.
The Warriors. They like 8-1, ain't they?
They like 8-1. I like Steph. I stopped hating on LeBron. I was notoriously known for hating on LeBron James.
I love LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan, bro.
And I was like, you know what? I gotta stop hating on him. I mean, I wasn't really hating. I was just telling the truth. But I kind of felt like I kind of relate to LeBron now because LeBron wakes up every morning and then he has somebody talking shit about him every day, which is Skip Bayless. Every single day. Mm-hmm. Skip Bayless don't know LeBron for shit.
But he hate him.
You just type LeBron's name in, all you see is just everybody just, oh, LeBron's a bitch, he does this, Blase Ski. And then as I started getting more success in the podcast lane, people start doing that to me. People I don't even know, like, oh, Tone's a hater.
No, that's how they come up. They using you as a...
Yeah, and I'm like, damn.
Clickbait.
And I was like, okay, I understand what LeBron's going through, so I'm not gonna criticize him because he's great. And I was like, okay, I understand what he's going through now. So I won't slander him.
The Warriors. I like them new uniforms with the red on
yeah,
the blue with the. Them was hot. Them was kind of sneaky. I like them Wizards Warriors uniforms too with the red and blue.
Oh, the Wizards ones, yeah.
Them is hot too.
Kyle Kuzma over there balling, man.
Balling. They let him loose. He's showing like I ain't no punk.
Yeah.
I ain't no punk. And they on like a 2-game winning streak. Bradley Beal ain't playing either. Like they let him know like, man, we ain't no punks.
But KD's having like an incredible season.
MVP, bro.
Right. But it's getting overshadowed by Ben Simmons
and Irving
and Kyrie.
How you feel about that? Ben Simmons first, and then we'll talk about Kyrie, because then that'll take it. We'll get out of here on the COVID and all of that.
Ben Simmons, they need to trade him. Like, just trade him. He don't want to be there. He's lying, saying he has mental health. He may have mental health issues, but he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Clearly, and I know the NBA owners are trying to say, well, the niggas ain't gonna run our league and do all this and do all that. It's a wrap. It's a players' league. It's not the NFL. Mm-hmm. Like the NFL, nothing's bigger than the Shield. Like when Colin Kaepernick, you seen that shit with Colin Kaepernick?
No, I need to watch it. That
shit's incredible.
On Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just
incredible.
It was the other day. It was either that or the Country Western. So I watched the Country Western, and now I catch the.
Watch that Colin Kaepernick. Incredible. Like nothing's bigger than the NFL logo, because the NFL players, they wear helmets, so you don't even know what these niggas look like half the time. But NBA niggas, they run like. If LeBron says, nigga, I'm out of here, the league will be like, oh, we need to scramble to find our next superstar. You know what I'm saying?
Who do you think the next superstar gonna be?
I say Giannis.
Giannis?
He's not American, but
he's in the league.
He's in the league. I gotta go Giannis. Because LeBron, you know, he's getting a lot of knick-knack injuries.
You don't think that? Do you think that being said, that's kind of some of the reason why Ben Simmons is going through what he's going through? Because he's been facing Giannis for years.
Right.
And now he's watched Giannis get the championship.
I've always said that they need to build a team around Ben Simmons that mirrors Giannis. Where you got 4 shooters, you just let Ben
just
play Giannis. Yeah. He's big as Giannis.
He can dunk and do what he do.
All that. Build a team around him. I wanted him to go to the Warriors, but the Warriors don't do it.
That because they wanted too much for him. Like, I don't really think you're going to get him because they want too much for him. And he's really worth whatever they want.
Yeah.
You know, he is like who he is.
A LeBron, like he's like a diet LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like a diet LeBron. He's like diet LeBron. He can't shoot
LeBron
like
Zero.
Yeah, LeBron. He's like LeBron Zero. Yeah, man.
He said diet LeBron. You stupid,
He's a diet LeBron. But then Kyrie, they just.
How do you feel about that though? Like not just Kyrie, but the whole COVID mandate and
it's dumb.
You know,
it's your choice. Like, even though niggas have been vaccinated for years, growing up a kid, you couldn't even go to school if you had your fucking shots. But like, Kyrie don't want to take the shot. He don't want to take the shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and Kyrie, even in that YouTube video, he was promised certain things. So I was like, oh, okay. So somebody was telling him like, you ain't got to take the fucking shot.
Yeah. And then whatever you say to this 100 millionaire,
right,
you got to stand on it.
Right.
I saw a meme today where it showed a guy sitting down. It said Aaron Rodgers getting the shot, and then he got the shot, and then he took his arm off. I was like, oh, they bird for that. The internet always wins.
Yeah.
Like the internet always.
And you see
wins.
how they didn't go hard on Aaron Rodgers, but he just lied.
Yeah, he just straight up.
He just
lied.
said like, yeah, I'm vaccinated or I'm immunized.
I'm immunized.
And he was like, yeah, I was listening to Joe Rogan. I'm like, see, imagine Kyrie saying that. He out the NBA, man. Kyrie was like, yo, I was listening to Dr. Selby. He said, don't take this. They be all get this nigga up out here.
That is true. That's a good parallel.
Yeah.
I like how you put them two together. That's a good parallel.
Get this nigga up out here.
Get this. Boy, they done threw him his bag, the balls.
Yeah. But you see how serious this shit is, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kyrie is a multi-millionaire. And they are willing to say, nigga, we don't give a fuck if you play again. That's crazy.
Did you see, what's the big boy that played for 76ers? He got COVID. Embiid.
Yeah.
They showed him today with a whole suit on, getting on a quarantine plane.
For real?
Yeah.
He had a hazmat
He had the white shit to zip up. He had the whole
Not
thing.
the hazmat suit.
He was like elbowing his wife and the baby, like, see y'all later. Like, I gotta go to quarantine.
Damn,
Like, man, that's crazy. But, man, thank you for coming, man.
Oh, thank you, man.
Thank you for the time, man. Like I said, I'll be reaching back out in the future. I like to do some review shows and do some other stuff,
some content,
man.
man.
Yeah, because it's a good conversation, man. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted the people who have like so many different opinions of you to kind of have my opinion of you, because you cool to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know how people would say some shit like, fuck what them people say about you.
Yeah.
You my nigga.
You my
know what I
nigga,
mean?
yeah.
Like, fuck that shit. Get to know him yourself and have your own opinion. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think a lot of these shows we go on that's local, they don't ask the right questions. So one thing I say all the time is, ask me the right questions and you'll get the right interview. But if you don't ask me the right questions, we gonna just spend 30 minutes, an hour just shooting the shit, and I'll be gone, and it's not gonna be nothing in there that's gonna make people want to watch it. And I think you gave me some good material. You know what I'm saying? We had some good conversation
some
right
good
here.
dialogue.
Yeah,
I just want niggas to know, like, don't judge everybody based off a post, a tweet, or Instagram. Like, talk to that person. You know what I'm saying? Because on post there's no tone. You don't know what tone is said in or how they said it. And yeah, man. Like, this a legend right here. Pay your legends. You want
Pay your legends.
Pay your legends.
Today's price is not yesterday's price.
Pay your legends. Be clear.
Let me get before we get out of here, let me get in your opinion.
Okay.
Top 5 local artists right now. No particular order.
Right now?
Right now. No particular order.
Ooh.
No particular order. Top 5 in Arizona right now.
Top 5 local artists right now. Okay. I'm gonna go. First, I'm gonna go J. Rob the Chief. J. Rob the Chief, amazing artist. He's mastered melody. He can rap too, but he just knows how to make songs. Like, I got J. Rob the Chief. I got Merkham's. Just bar, just crazy pen, just can just rap. Bar Nation, just rap, cooks. I got Trap Money AK, cause I believe everything that he say. He's one of those like street nigga rappers, like that. It's just so fucking authentic. That's 3. Damn, who would be my fucking 4th? Trap Money AK. Just my personal?
Your personal.
My personal top 5.
Because, you know, a lot of people value your opinion.
I'm going to judge the boss.
Judge the boss.
He's still
active.
He's just still active. Melody. Just can rap. Like,
yeah, top 5 all time.
All time. Just amazing. Like, he does the intro to my fucking show. I was like, I got to have you on the intro So I got Judge the Boss in there. 5. Damn, who would I go with 5? They might not even know, but I got J Chex in there. That's a throwback.
Yeah, J Chex is.
J Chex is hard to me.
Bar Nation.
Bar Nation, Melody, Hooks, Had to Look. That's my personal top 5. I would throw my brother Rich Rico in there. Mm-hmm. I would throw whole New Day City in there. Nico G, Rich Rico, Stevie Thunder, Brick Top Rich, PR Laces.
PR Laces.
PR Laces.
Yeah. Hollow Heart.
Hollow Heart. Yeah, all them my niggas, man. Yeah.
That's love, man.
I want Nico to drop an album. If you listen, I need him to drop an album. At least one time. One time.
Nico, you owe me an album.
Yes.
Can I get my album, bro? It's been like 20 years, bro. Can I get my album, bro? It's been 20 years. All I need, you could give me like one verse and hooks, long hooks, and one, 16 bar hooks, and maybe a 32. That's what these little niggas in here doing now. They doing 16 bar hooks and 32 bar verses. They might give you 132.
That's crazy how it's formatted.
2
like
16s at the end, 16 in the front, 16, and then they out of there. Like, boom, you got a 2-minute song. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
And it's a hit.
Yeah.
It's an attention span, though.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, thank you again for coming out, man. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Shout out everybody that was mentioned in this video, whether we was talking about promoters, rappers, engineers, producers, and there's so much more that we can talk about. But this interview, I wanted to focus on tone. Like Noriega said, giving the flowers, giving people their roses. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
Like, you somebody who, like I said in the beginning and in the middle, and I'm saying again, I wanted people to know you the way I know you. And it's just authentic, and they need to know how authentic you are so they can respect your position. You dig what I'm saying? Like put some respect on my name.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Pay
like real
legends.
shit. Pay your legends, man. So that being said, y'all know what it is, man. You gotta like, you gotta comment, you gotta subscribe, man. Hold on, let me tell you that again. You gotta like, you gotta comment, you gotta subscribe. But it's one thing that I've been forgetting to tell y'all is when y'all hit the subscribe, there's a little bell over there. Click that bell, man, and when it pop up, hit the all. And then every time these videos come out, they gonna pop up on your shit. So people been telling me like, bro, I ain't know you had no new interviews, cause you either one, ain't subscribed, or two, you didn't hit the all, man. So come on, fuck with your boy, man. Get on the team, man. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, follow the movement, man. We going to the future. This is in the future. In the future. Not
Future
in the
proof.
past. Future proof.
Future
You
proof.
dig what I'm saying? We future proof.
Oh, and shout out DJ I and Network as well, and KJ.
Yeah, you got any more other shout outs?
Yeah, shout out Rich Rico. He's coming soon. He's working on a project that'll probably be about next year. Shout out to my girl. Shout out to my kids. Shout out to all the personalities, all the podcasters, all the radio hosts. Y'all keep cooking, man. Just keep dropping that content. Keep cooking.
Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy. I'm out. Peace.